The Curse of Oak Island preview. Results of Muon technology are finally here, and they point to an Aladdin's cave. The Curse of Oak Island returns tonight with Season 11, Episode 5, and viewers will finally see the results of the Muon topography survey that will hopefully lead them to an Aladdin's cave of treasure. Oak Island viewers first learned about Muon topography technology at the end of Season 9 in May 2022. In fundamental terms, representatives from ID Technology placed a series of detectors in boreholes around the island, with the aim of mapping the island underground. The process was described as similar to giving the island a medical X-ray, as it would reveal every void, tunnel, hole, and chamber under the surface. The technology has already proved successful in studying the pyramids in Egypt. At the time, Oak Island fans were told it would take 7 to 8 months to collect the data, but since then, the silence has been deafening. However, it appears the wait is finally over. In a preview for this week's show, Muon topography experts can be seen in the war room giving the guys a presentation. Muon tomography identifies a void under the money pit on Oak Island. The Muon experts reference a high-density anomaly below the money pit, and one says, "We think it's Aladdin's cave." Good news indeed. Hopefully, it's full of treasure. Viewers will have to wait to find out the exact location of this anomaly, but if it's anywhere near the garden shaft, then we will probably not see any excavation this season. That's because the Dumas mining guys have dibs on the area for this year as they excavate the garden shaft. However, the preview showed that the borehole drill team has moved operations elsewhere and hit a void. That is likely to be a fresh mystery for the guys to chew over. Gary Drayton finds yet another old artifact on Oak Island. Elsewhere on the island, fans can expect to see Gary Drayton continuing his search for artifacts on Lot 5. And of course, it looks like he's found something very old and very interesting again. The object in question appears to be small and circular, so it's possibly a coin. It's inscribed with the letters CKER, and archaeologist Laird Niven reckons it could be very old. It will likely be another puzzle for the guys. The History Channel has called this episode Muon Horizon, and the synopsis reads, "After 2 years of waiting, the team receives the Muon topography data and learns that the cavity known as Aladdin's Cave may have more secrets to tell. After more than a decade of relentless digging, scanning, draining, and decoding, the Curse of Oak Island is set to deliver what fans have been waiting for, answers." In a jaw-dropping new preview for the upcoming episode, the Lagina brothers and their dedicated team are handed the long-anticipated results of the Muon tomography scans. And the outcome? A tantalizing promise that may finally rewrite the history of Oak Island forever. The results appear to point directly to what the team is calling an Aladdin's Cave, a hidden chamber unlike anything they've encountered before. For those unfamiliar, Muon tomography is cutting-edge technology that uses cosmic ray moons, naturally occurring particles from space, to scan the depths of the Earth and build detailed 3D maps of what lies beneath. Unlike conventional drilling and seismic methods, Muon tech can detect hidden cavities and anomalies without disturbing the ground above. Over the last season, this technology has been silently working behind the scenes with detectors placed deep within the island's boreholes to collect data. And now, after months of processing, the team finally gets the readout. In the preview, Rick Laguna's expression says it all as geoscientist Dr. Ian Spooner lays out the findings. It's real, Rick murmurs, eyes locked on the digital rendering that appears on the screen. There, glowing against the subterranean bedrock, is a distinct, cavernous void, perfectly symmetrical, unusually shaped, and most significantly, positioned beneath the fabled money pit area. Dr. Spooner compares the cavity to a constructed vault, noting that the Muon data suggests a space that is not only hollow but contains multiple dense objects. This isn't a natural formation, he insists. It's been engineered. The shape, the density differences, and the depth all point toward a buried structure. The term Aladdin's Cave quickly spreads across the war room, coined by Marty Lagina in a moment of stunned excitement, as the team begins to understand the possible implications. Could this be the repository of treasures hinted at in centuries of legends? Historically, Oak Island has been a labyrinth of theories and folklore. From the Knights Templar to Captain Kidd's plunder to Shakespeare's lost manuscripts, the possibilities have always stretched the imagination. But now, for the first time, there is scientific evidence to support the idea that something truly extraordinary is buried deep beneath the surface. And unlike past false alarms triggered by wood fragments or gold flecks, this time, The evidence is visual and precise. What we're seeing isn't just a random void, Marty explains in a confessional. We're seeing something intentionally hidden, shaped, protected, and maybe even booby-trapped. We always believed there was something down there. Now we have a map that shows us where to go. The mood on the island changes rapidly. Excitement blends with nervous energy as the team begins strategizing their next move. With the Muon technology having delivered a target, the next step is clear: get to it. But Oak Island has never given up its secrets easily. The target zone lies deep, beyond the collapsed tunnels and the dangerous underground flood traps that have plagued previous operations. The team will need to dig smarter, not just harder. Enter the dig plan. The Dumas Mining Company is brought back into the fold, with engineers discussing the logistics of a precision shaft, narrower than the massive excavations of past seasons, but deep and exacting. Time and budget are also now critical factors. As winter looms, there's a narrow window to reach the chamber and confirm what lies within. But danger looms too. As always, the legend of the curse, 7 must die before the treasure is found, haunts the team. The show flashes back to past injuries, cave-ins, and near misses, reminding viewers that this is more than a puzzle. It's a perilous pursuit. Still, Rick is resolute. If we turn away now, he says, we may never get another chance like this. This isn't just another hole. This could be the hole. And I believe, truly, that we're standing at the threshold of a moment in history. The anticipation builds as the war room discussion shifts to what could be inside. Theories range from religious relics to ancient scrolls to priceless jewels. The term Aladdin's cave is more than just poetic. It evokes a trove beyond imagination, a place of wonder and myth cloaked in secrecy for centuries. And now, it may no longer be the stuff of fantasy. The preview ends with a slow shot of the team gathering at the dig site, heavy machinery in the background, lights blazing into the early dawn. The drilling rig stands like a sentinel above the marked spot. As the first drill bit lowers into the ground, the screen fades to black, leaving viewers hanging on the edge of revelation. Will Oak Island finally give up its greatest secret? Could the Aladdin's cave contain the lost artifacts, wealth, or sacred texts whispered about since the 1700s? For Rick and Marty Lagina, and for the millions of fans who have followed their journey, this moment is the culmination of not just a season, but a lifetime of belief. One thing is certain: the Curse of Oak Island is no longer just a show about digging holes. It's become a story about science meeting legend, about family dedication crossing centuries, and about a mystery that refuses to die.